And last but not least, we have Rezero. Now, I don't Rezero for me is hard to really talk about because I don't know. Like, I mean, I'm gonna say what's on my mind, obviously, but I feel like it's kind of hard for me to talk about because I don't notice a lot of things at first. I have to watch it a few times. Like, I had to watch this episode like back certain parts though. But first things first is it's like I said in my last thing. I feel like we're gonna see Amelia change. I feel like in this one we're seeing Amelia change. It's just a little thing so far. The only reason I say that is because, so if anybody remembers, in season 1, Amelia was very secretive with Subaru. Like, she was very like, you know, like yo, like, should I really tell him this? Like, she didn't tell him why she went to the Capitol. She just said, yo, I'm going to the Capitol. She didn't tell him why I'm doing this. She just said, yo, I have to do that. So now in this, granted, she's trying to find the words to say it, but you know, she says, oh, we had to go to the sanctuary because that's where Roswell and Ron are. And I think Subaru already knew that, if I remember, but she still tells him. And she wants to tell, and there's more things that she wants to tell him, but you can see in her face that she doesn't really want to tell him because she's scared to see how he'll react. And I feel like this is like two things. Number one, this is the development on her part, because now we're starting to see that she wants to be closer to Kirito. She wants to be closer to Subaru. Yo, look, I'm sorry. Look, I was just talking about Sword Art in the a couple minutes ago. I just did a whole rant on Sword Art, so sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, you can see that Amelia just wants to be closer to Subaru Natsuki, right? Yo, sorry. She just wants to be a little bit closer to Subaru, right? So throughout the episode, you can see, like, through her facial expressions and through some of the way she's talking, you can see that she just genuinely, like, just wants to be a little bit closer to him. She wants to, like, you know, just like, you know, have a conversation, like, show affection towards him, but I feel like she really can't yet. And on top of that too, she doesn't know how. But I feel like she doesn't want to let him know stuff because she doesn't want to let Subaru to hate her, or not like her, or you know, all this other stuff. So I sat there and watched this episode. I'm like, yo, I could see, like, she really likes dude. She doesn't, number one, she doesn't know how to say it. Number two is she doesn't know how to express herself. And number three is that she doesn't want him to just be like, oh yeah, I don't really like you like that, or oh, you know, I don't really bang to how you feel. No, well, I guess because she sees it from the Ren perspective, that like, oh, like, he really likes her. I wonder if he'll do the same for me. But either way, like, she is being less secretive, and I like that a lot too. I look, that's like probably the biggest thing I like that about this episode, outside the other stuff. But I like that because it's letting me know, like, oh, she's opening up a little bit more. She wasn't this open before. She was a little secretive about stuff, so that was cool. What else on my notes? I said Ram and Roswell haven't. Oh no, I didn't. So Ram, yeah, Roswell, they went to the sanctuary to go do some, you know, undercover secret agent stuff, and they haven't returned. So, you know, that this whole episode was revolved around the sanctuary. Like, how do we get to the sanctuary? Where would we go to the sanctuary? Because when they go back, they see the first maid, who skips from my mind right now. I think her name's like Frederica or something. But I don't know, and she said she knows where the sanctuary is, but she can't go there because she obviously has to protect the house. She has to make sure everything's good. Because Ram called her because they're like, yo, we're gonna be out in a minute, so, you know, protect the house. So the first maid comes back and she says that, you know, she's like, and they were trying to figure out, like, how we can get there. Now this is where things get interesting, right? I've always been interested in Beatrice, and I've always been interested in her. And they hint at, like, certain stuff about her. Like, I've always been interested in why she likes Puck a lot, because Puck is a spirit. And in this episode, the first maid says, like, oh, she's a spirit too. She's a great spirit. I'm like, oh, this is getting interesting. So now Subaru, he pulls up to, you know, Beatrice. He's having a regular conversation with her, and, you know, he's trying to figure out all this stuff. Now I feel like this is where Subaru kind of, like, just, he crossed the line with her, right? Because he shows her he has the gospel, and she's like, where'd you get that? And she says that, or he says that, yo, I got this from Betelgeuse, you know, one of the archbishops, and or Sin archbishops or whatever, right? And you can see her facial expression drop, because she says in the beginning of this conversation, she says, I haven't cried in years. So that's very interesting, right? And the reason why I say it's interesting because when Subaru says that he killed Betelgeuse, she says, you know, she's like, not you too, like, seriously, like, you died too, like, really? So when she says that, she starts to get a little hurt, and she doesn't really fuck with him no more after that. And you can see, like, the voice actor does such a good job that you can hear in her voice that she's about to cry, because she's like, yo, basically you killed one of my homies, like, what the fuck, like, and you expect, and she like, it's almost like, yo, you're using me, like, you only come to me for convenience, I'm not your tool. And I was like, during that whole conversation, I was just so interested, because I'm like, yo, she's hurt, she's super duper 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 hurt, and she doesn't want Subaru to, you know, keep hurting her, and she doesn't want her friends to keep being hurt. So I guess Betelgeuse was also a spirit too, and Puck is a spirit, and I feel like Puck is a little bothered by this too, because Puck hasn't come out this whole episode. I think the episode before, I can't remember, but Amelia, you know, she taps on Puck, and Puck didn't come out. So, and she does it a few times, and Puck doesn't come out. So she's like, ah. And Subaru was like, is Puck okay? And she's like, I don't know. This haven't happened, but he usually comes back. So I'm interested in that. So it makes me think, like, this Puck, Betelgeuse, and or actually no, does Puck, Beatrice, Betelgeuse, and all these other spirits have some type of connection? Because it's like, if they do, is that why they all like feel a type of way right now towards Subaru or even Amelia? So that was really interesting as well. Who else? Oh, so Petra as well. She joins the mansion. I thought it was kind of cool, like, little thing to add. But now this is where it has me interested. I don't read the light novel or the web series or whatever. Excuse me. But this has me interested because so before they leave, the maid, she hands them this little, you know, this little jewel, and she says, hey, look, this is gonna be the gate into the sanctuary. If you run into someone named Garfield, not Garfield, if you run into someone named Garfield, you know, just avoid them, don't talk to them, keep it moving, right? And this had me interesting because now it's like, okay, like, now they're going through the story, and I've seen a lot of people say they're like rushing past some parts, but a lot of stuff, I guess, happens in this part of the story, so a lot of stuff has to be rushed. But this was interesting to me because now they go there, and the little necklace jewel that, like, you know, is glowing and stuff, or not next to school, but it starts glowing, and, you know, Subaru, he's about to throw it out the window. Boom. But instead what happens is that he gets transported into this different kind of world, but maybe a different part of the forest. And he follows this one elf girl, trying to see where it goes, and he runs into this woman, and her name is, I feel like I'm gonna fuck her name up, but her name is Enchidana, and she's the Witch of Greed. And I was like, whoa. Like, whoa. I don't know anything, but yo, this Witch of Greed chick, I'm excited to see where this goes, because I was just like, yo, like, what? This Witch of Greed chick is about to pull up. Like, it just feels like she's with the pull up. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited to see where the story goes now. I'm like I said, I have a hard time talking about Rezero because there's just so much stuff that happens that I can sit and talk about this stuff for hours on end, because there's just so much stuff I want to know. But with that being said, I'm interested to see where this goes. I'm very interested in seeing how Subaru gets out of this one. Hey, yo, once again, Rezero fandom, don't beat me up. I just went on a long ass rant about that new Sword Art game. So don't beat me up in the comment section. But yeah, I'm interested in this one. I am very, very, very interested in seeing where this goes, how this plays out. So many things to be said, so many things to be done. Such little time because it's only gonna be 25 episodes. But I'm excited. But yeah, with that being said,